Some spectacular rugby league and plenty of surprises in the opening 2 weeks of the 2008 season. And tonight's combatants have been involved in a little bit of both as we welcome you live to Parramatta Stadium for this round 3 clash between the Parramatta Eels and the Newcastle Knights. Let's have a look at the Parramatta lineup. You see them out warming up before the game. The good news tonight, both camps, they are as per program.
They are, Peter. Fullback Luke Burt, on the wings Torlina Tuatai and the powerhouse Eric Groth Jr. Now the centres, we've got Joel Reddy and all the power and talent in the world with Jared Hayne. What a player he is. The halves and the Brett Finch, Tim Smith combination returns tonight. The back row is the big and skillful Fletty Mateo with a couple of tireless workers, Nathan Highmarsh and Daniel Wagon. Now up front, we've got the skipper Nathan Kalis, Mark Riddell and the explosive Fui Moi Moi. Now the bench, Matthew Keating, Josh Cordoba with a Nova Castrian up against his old side, Todd Lowry, Willa Haraki, the coach is Michael Hagan. And the key man is at fullback, Kirk Kidley. On the wings, James McManus and Cooper Vuna. In the centres, Wes Naguama. He's been impressive for the Knights with Kuth Lulia. Now the halves, a young combination, Jared Mullen and last week's field goal hero, Scotty Duro. The back row, Zeb Taylor, Chris Houston, who has been in terrific form, a really good bite, and Cameron Serraldo. Up front, a front row with really good footwork, Daniel Tola, the inspirational skipper, Danny Badeiras, and Jesse Royal. The bench is a good one, Matty Hilda and Corey Patterson, isn't he a talent? Richard Payaso, Big Danny Wicks, and the coach is Brian Smith.
Tony Archer in charge, 158th first grade game. Ball is kicked off by Gidley. And, Parramatta have played at it and it's gone dead. Timmy Smith, in his first appearance at the top level this year, has played tunnel ball with it.
Oh boy, not the start he would have liked. And just a little adjustment in the tactics from Michael Hagan tonight. I see that Jared Hayne is defending on the left. Last week against the Warriors, he was on the right, and I thought he struggled.
I don't think we can say that's his first touch of the night. I think he missed it completely. Mullen really dropped it as well. Tolar takes it forward, 30 out.
So Newcastle on the 30-metre line, Parramatta's end of the ground. They take it ahead through Houston. He's brought down 10 in from the western touchline, and they sprint across to the middle of the ground with Cooper Vuna. Now Badeiras, and then it's gone away to the number 7, Giro. Kicked that drop goal to win in Golden Point time the other day. Badeiras across, Mullen on, picking up the big lock forward. Gidwell got it back away from Mullen. Nagama, McManus goes in, but it's forward pass.
Already the Knights are targeting that left-hand side, the combination of Tim Smith and Jared Hayne. As I said last week, Jared Hayne was on the right, and I thought he made some bad decisions. He came in on that occasion, left him short to the outside. They'll expect some traffic there tonight, Parramatta.
What a great pass from Cameron Serraldo. That one wasn't the great pass. That one went forward when a try was on. The big number 12 for the Knights flicked one out, attracted a couple of defenders. A real let-off there for the home team.
Tim Smith will be breathing a little bit easier because he knows he built this pressure for Parramatta. So Jared Hayne taking the first play away from the decided scrum, and Riddell sweeps it back to Kalis. The birthday boy on the 20-metre line, owned into the park. Riddell shows the ball, and Parramatta barge it out with Cordoba.
Yeah, Cordoba's it is. He's come out in number 15. Wasn't named in the run onside. So we'll get an update as to who he has taken the place of as Riddell goes out.
And a big clash of bodies there as Kalis is met and pulled down by Taya, formerly from Parramatta. So the kick down the ground, fielded by Vuna. Watching the footy show last night, Adam McDougall still doesn't know the fellow's name. He's been playing inside him for some time, but I'm led to believe it's Cooper Vuna. Mad Dog. McManus running smack bang into Reddy on the Newcastle 20-metre line, and Daniel Wagon having a little piece of the action. Gidley goes straight, and Riddell makes the tackle with Wagon again. Up towards halfway now, Newcastle. Nothing fancy, just taking it ahead that time through Jesse Royal. And now sending it down the ground traditionally. Coming away from the 10 is Luke Burt. Newcastle. And Growth decides to go for a run straight ahead out to the 30-metre line.
He was in doubt right up until kickoff, Eric Growth, with a migraine. They waited till about 7 o'clock tonight to make a decision on him, but he's taken his place. And Parramatta get a penalty.
It is not a surrender.
So Tony Archer advising Daniel Tolar that it wasn't a surrender tackle, so you can't hang around there any longer than I might decide.
Opportunity now for Tim Smith. I just want to see how he plays in this first set of 60s. We've spoken about it before. He's got a tendency to want to play wide. He's had a lot of first grade under his belt now. Let's see how he builds this set of 6.
Peter Sterling and Matthew Johns in the commentary box tonight, with Andrew Johns and Tim Gilbert on the sideline. And that's Cordova again, the number 15. Peter's pointed out they've left Moi Moi on the reserves bench as Kalis dangerously takes it up towards the 10-metre line. Kalis plays it, Riddell gives it. Then Finch linking with Mateo. Playing at the back of the scrum tonight. Riddell. Then for Tim Smith, drifting, turning it in, Wagon. And taken out by Tolar. Together with Taya. Riddell, the ball away for Cordova. And Newcastle's defence holding on. Fifth tackle against Parramatta now, right in front of the uprights. On the bounce for Finch, a little kick. Oh, that's unbelievable. That is unbelievable for Jared Hayne. What about the ricochet off the kick from Brett Finch?
I think you'll find the Newcastle player deliberately had a go at this one. Finch trying to thread it through after an ordinary pass from dummy half, which he cleaned up beautifully. And Jared Hayne needs to be behind the kicker Finch when it leaves the boot, and he is. Comes back up straight above his head, plucks it out of the air. Beats 2 despairing attempts from Newcastle players. Jared Hayne takes it around, plants it down. That will be first points of the evening.
So Parramatta leading 4-0 after a try for Jared Hayne, which has now been converted by fullback and goal kicker Luke Burt. There is the try scorer on camera, Jared Hayne. So after 6 minutes, it's 6-0 in favour of Parramatta. Nathan Kalis brings it back towards the 20-metre line on the first tackle.
That's a fairly big prediction, Rabs. He's tipped a hat-trick for Jared Hayne, I think. Keep an eye on that.
Cordova, he's in very good tipping form, as a matter of fact. Not necessarily on the football either. This is Mateo out towards the 40-metre line.
I've been left out, thank you.
Riddell for Kalis, very busy. Nathan, 148 first-grade games and a birthday, and that obviously signals in this industrious performance.
Too quick.
A good set of 6 here from Parramatta. Got to halfway, midway through their tackle count, and then caught the opposition markers not being square.
Timmy Smith will kick for line. He's just had a chat to Luke Burt, Brett Finch, Mark Riddell. We'll see the significance of that, I think, in a couple of plays.
We see the combination of Tim Smith and Brett Finch. They worked to the middle of the field and they split either side. In that first set of 6, Finch was on the left, Smith on the right. Let's see if it's the same this set.
Wagon to the blind side for 1. Cordova straight down the 20-metre line for number 2. Now they head out for Smith. Then he goes out to Finch, very wide, and now to Hindmarsh. And he's 11 metres out in an upright tackle. Mateo in 13. Kalis taking the ball towards the centre of the park. They've still got a couple. Riddell's looking for instructions. Smith wants the ball, but it's gone to Finch. Over on the blind side, they're in again through Hayne. Hayne's in again. Did he tip a hat-trick? Did he tip the quadrilla or a trifecta?
He's being conservative.
That's why he's the best.
I told you he was related to the big fella.
Great ball there from Brett Finch. A nice balanced attack, as Matt Johns pointed out. 2 ball players either side of the ruck. This time they went the short side with Brett Finch. A cut-out pass, hitting on the fringe. Service from Riddell from dummy half. Finch sums it up. Guama standing flat-footed. The second to Hayne.
Luke Burt attempting conversion of Jared Hayne and Parramatta's second try, and it's looking just wide. So 10-0 in favour of Parramatta now after 10 minutes of play.
Troy Hayne really slams a nice straight line. That's a difficult angle to run. He does it beautifully. What a powerhouse he is.
VB Friday night football, and Kurt Gidley getting sick of kicking off. Tim Smith, they've lined him up for the receiver point of view. He's got it right now. Kalis will play it inside the 20. Riddell back for Cordoba. They're going to bring Moy into the game as a shock weapon at about, I suppose, the 20th. Might be a little bit longer these days with only 10 interchanges. Riddell slipped and then got it away. Bad defence, Newcastle. Hindmarsh showed it to Hayne, and Hayne was through the gap, but Hindmarsh had the arms pinned against the torso. Played back for Tim on the 40-metre line. Finds Kalis. Kalis, how many hit-ups has he made now, Pete?
It's his 8th.
So he's trying to keep up with the clock. And here's a forward pass ruled against Riddell, who says, "You're joking."
Well, it's something the Knights needed, Ray. No football. Very different to their first 20 minutes against Manly last week, where they controlled everything, had a lot of the ball in their possession. This will give a good... well, you can understand why Mark Riddell's not particularly happy with that. Parramatta, 7 uses of the ball, 5 completions. Newcastle have only had it twice and made 1 mistake.
And as we see, Pete, in this day and age, possession is points.
Here's Kurt Gidley coming to the left side of the ground. And Lulia, former Dragon. In fact, both former Dragons in the centres. Nagama and Lulia. Here's Vuna. 30 metres away from the Parramatta line. 10-0 in favour of the Eels. This is Zeb Taya. Now Badiris. Back for Jesse Royal. Second man. It's gone out wide. There's a chance for Lulia. He'll make it, will he? Yes, I fancy he has. Hindmarsh. Already it was very late, but Tony Archer's got no doubts. Checked with his touch judge. That was sufficient. Points to the spot, and why not?
Well, Scott Giro threw a beautiful ball last week. Chris Houston short on the outside for a try. This was beautiful vision. He sees Eric Groth, the widest Parramatta player, come in, about to make the charge in. There he goes. And the cut-out pass to 2 men on the outside. Lilia and Vuna on the outside. Too much pace.
And Pete, it was a very, very structured set of 6. Straight away, they were sitting towards this, and Eric Groth Jr. has got a tendency to gravitate outside in, and they've caught him out. A little trick shot from Brian Smith. Good coaching.
Hits it. It was hooking, and then it straightened, and he's put it between the uprights. This is high.
Eric Groth.
Groth high, and probably a little bit of frustration in that tackle from Groth, because he was found out by Duro with that long pass as Eric channeled in, maybe unnecessarily, and then a bit of anger might have crept into his game, but he's been penalised.
Now the Knights under Brian Smith, they love these tap starts. They like set starts. They play a very structured style. Who are they going to try to isolate here? Will it be Groth again or Jared Hayne?
This is Jesse Royal. 8 metres on the Parramatta side of halfway, with the game at 10-6 in favour of Parramatta. 14.5 minutes gone, 3 tries in the game. 32 metres out from the Parramatta line. Parramatta dominating in that defence there. That gave them more time. Here's Gidley. State and Australian jumpers beside his name now. As Badiris comes out, holds it out in front of him, keeps them guessing. And Taya will play it, 12 out from the uprights. Badiris goes towards them, then Gidley. Now to Mullen, steps up his right foot, loses the ball, stacks on the mill. Parramatta have got it. wouldn't be surprised if they actually got a touch there. Here's Hayne breaking away towards the 30-metre line. Now, Parramatta out towards the halfway line.
You're working in the round.
Yeah, great work there from Parramatta.
Wait.
Quick play, the ball from Hayne, then Tortai came in, got involved, got a penalty. Up tempo now, Tim Smith kicking for touch quickly. There's the penalty. All of a sudden Parramatta have come 40 metres, 50 metres and got the football.
3-1 the penalties in favour of Parramatta. Taylor's playing it on the 20-metre line, 20 in from touch. Riddell goes to Cordoba. Cordoba to play it. In line with the left hand upright on the western side. Riddell a dummy to a decoy. Finch a cut-out ball, and they've gone to Hayne again.
Oh, he'll get a hat-trick tonight.
Thank you, Echo. Now it's played again by Hayne. And here's Mateo coming across, running backwards to go forward. And then looking to slide it to a support player in Luke Burt. But he plays at 8 metres from the line. Out it comes for Timmy Smith inside for Cordoba. Josh Cordoba to play the ball now. 5 tackles gone, Parramatta. Riddell a little kick. Oh, plucked out of the air at Shelley mid-on by the 11, Houston. Good catch. Penalty Newcastle.
Well, they've done well to hang on there, Newcastle. Don't know if Houston knew much about it, but it was a decent catch. Only Newcastle forward to play all 83 minutes last week. He's a great signing as well from the Dragons. Imagine when Steve Simpson comes back, they'll have a very gifted back row. Corey Patterson to come off the bench yet.
Wait, mate.
So Giro and Tola. Daniel Tola tackled 5 metres on Parramatta's side of halfway by Riddell and Mateo. They keep going to the right of the ground. And this is the back row. Zed Taylor, 38 away from the Parramatta line. Jesse Royal wants a run. That's him with the ball and then goes back looking for support. Finds Badiris. And Badiris will be made to play the ball 21 away from the Parramatta line. For Gidley, a dummy half. Duro is with the ball. A stabbing little kick. Growth is in there in time. This time.
And again, a play designed for Eric Growth Jr.'s tendency to come in. Nice play, Scotty Duro. These repeat sets of 6. So far this year with the limited interchange, sides haven't been able to absorb the pressure on that second set. Goes to the line. You should persist with that tactic. It's a beauty.
Decent foot race between those two gentlemen.
Yeah.
Very quick.
I just got to let you in on a secret, viewers. When the boys want to talk, the process is normally just touch me on the shoulder. I don't work with Matthew Johns very much, and he has got some aliases, as you know. Matthew, don't rub me, just touch me, okay? Now it's with Tola.
Temptations too much.
It might be the aftershave, I don't know. But Tola will play the ball 30 metres away from the Parramatta line. And here's Taylor again, just outside the 20. To play it back to Badiris. Gidley lurking around. Duro goes in. Royal goes up the middle. Hand off to Taylor. Taylor shapes the pass. Gets rid of Wagon. Then he goes ahead, Zeb Taylor. And 3 of them come in to put him away, including Reddy and Wagon, who was embarrassed. Now Badiris. Then Duro. Oh, beautiful pickup by the 10, Jesse Royal. Front row forward. Not supposed to do that. Badiris away from Mullen. Mullen out wide. And that's Houston, I fancy. He'll play the ball. In fact, it was Serraldo. Back it comes for Mullen. The little kick. And again, Growth underneath it. And he's reeled back to the 20 for the restart.
Just a touch too deep there from Jared Mullen, but this game warming up nicely. A lot of different points of attack for these two football teams. Both the halves doing well for Newcastle. You've got Gidley up the middle. You've got Badiris out of dummy half. Can't relax against them as Grove gets rid of Duro. He can't beat Lalia.
And talking about that, Pete, you know, the Knights' different options in attack. I think at the moment what's separating the sides in the competition are attacking options. We've seen Manly struggle so far with just one main attacking options. The Knights have plenty. That's power.
Nathan Kalis taking it up towards halfway. And Tim Smith, there's a charge down on from the 11 from the Knights. Houston.
I didn't think he played at that. Now he's going to get penalised as well, Chris Houston, for a high shot.
Too high, Chris. It's on the face, that, mate.
He's got the Quinella.
So Chris Houston.
He hasn't played at that.
Chris Houston has hit him on the chest and then penalised for a high shot on Luke Burt. So Parramatta getting more than their fair share in the penalties. 4-2 now. Riddell on the 20-metre line. Kalis wants plenty of work. And Badiris and Tolar make the tackle. 15 out from the line. Riddell to Matea, in for Finch, across the ruck, down to Tim Smith, then it goes from Burt, out to Reddy, Reddy trying to free himself, back for Burt, Burt runs into the traffic, and he'll play the ball a couple of metres out from the line. Reddy, long pass, out for Tim Smith, a little ball, back on the inside for Cordoba, and Cordoba's tackled 9 metres out from the line. 4 tackle gone. Riddell to the middle, Smith short on the inside for Kalis. Smith will probably set himself for the cross kick. Maybe roll it into the in goal towards Haynes' side of the ground. There goes the kick. Oh! No, I don't think Finch got there. It's gone dead off Newcastle. Off Ngama.
It's been an interesting one. This Kurt Gidley missed it, and then Brett Finch comes through. Maguama, yeah, comes off him last.
So the line drop out, and it's a very good drop kick. Twisting around in the air. And Moy is on, the crowd told you that. 32 metres away from the line. Wagon across for Growth, and Growth, oh, Matea, beautiful hands. He hung it out like a parachute. Now it's back from Riddell and gone on to Tim Smith, and now for Jared Haynes. 22 metres out from the line. Moy on for Cordoba. Now it's with Kalis. Kalis has tackled 12 out in front of the uprights. Riddell to Finch. Finch goes back for Smith, and Smith put in a bear hug and taken down by Badiris. Riddell again. On to Finch. He puts a kick neatly. Newcastle bring it down, 20-metre restart.
And that could be a big momentum swing. That's a poor kick. You got pressure on the opposition, you roll it in the in goal, and you try to get possession again to build more pressure and wear the opposition down. Now, if the Knights get a penalty here or a good set of 6, all of a sudden they're applying the pressure to Parramatta.
Danny Wicks is on in 17, another former Dragon with the Knights these days. 12 is Seraldo, former Shark. 5 metres from halfway. And 10-6 is the score in favour of Parramatta. 2 tries to Jared Haynes. Taya, 5 metres on Parramatta's side of halfway now. Ngama comes in to dummy half. Spinning it to Mullen. Mullen goes over to the 16, Fayoso. And Richard Fayoso will play the ball. Back for Jura, who goes right to the boot of Mullen, and Mullen's kick skims off the ground, and it was Tortai as he brings it back. 25 metres out from the Parramatta line. Tim Smith dummy half, Jared Hayne ball carry, and Jared will be made to play the ball just outside the 30-metre line. His own end of the park. Riddell for Moy. Moy bursting through. Moy, he was towing one of them for a couple of strides, then he carries a couple of others. Growth capitalises on the Moy run. Now they're 35 out from the Knights line. Riddell, Finch back for Riddell. Piggy said step one way, then the other. Plays the ball. From Bird, it's gone to Finch. Ball bouncing good for Gidley. Gidley comes to Tortai and is put down. Ngama for McManus.
A little bit of sting out of the Newcastle side. Kalis off, Haraki coming into the action. Some power work there from both the backs and the forwards from Parramatta, and Newcastle just struggling to recover. That's Matt Hilder out there as well now, 20 metres out from his own line. Richie Fayoso, last week's heroes.
Put away by Moy eventually. Badiris for Mullen. Mullen, left foot, raking kick, turning Luke Bird around. It's giving Newcastle plenty of time to come down and make a tackle inside the 20.
That's a good kick. It's a good tactic. His side was struggling, but he saw that the opposition players were well up in their faces. He's kicked down, and the momentum swings on that. All of a sudden, Newcastle now can muscle up defensively.
Tortai is with the ball. They lose a double T and they get one to come in. Tamana's gone, but now they've got Torlini Tortai. If he's a quarter as good, he'll be very handy. 30-metre line for Parramatta. Played there by the number 17 for the Eels, Haraki.
6 again.
6 more tackles for Parramatta, so they've been allowed to get a piggyback set out of here, really.
Which defeats a lot of the impact of the kick from Mullen.
Haraki, who played the ball. Moi, that's the only way to get him early. And that's exactly what Danny Badeiros did. Crowd begging for a penalty. They're thinking about the 10. Here's Luke Burt. He's away from 0 to 30 in one stride almost. And then he's bumped over. Not held, not put away. Finch got it on. Hayne gets it on. Tortai is with the ball. He flicks it back on the inside. It's come back down to Hindmarsh. 6 more tackles for Parramatta.
And the big men from Newcastle are struggling in the middle of the field.
There's Tim Smith. Finch goes back to the short side. Hindmarsh fins away, but he doesn't succeed in getting rid of Nagama. Parramatta with a heap of tackles left on this set. And Jared Hayne goes dancing or skipping over towards centre field to play it back to Riddell. Riddell for Smith. Smith across. Picks up. Oh, Mateo loses the ball. And it was try time. Wagon had nothing in front of him.
No, he created the opportunity at the other end of the field with a great ball to Luke Burt. Have a look at this. It's almost a basketball pass sideways. Puts him into space. And he got 6 again after that. And unfortunately, as they were shaping to score on the right side, the pass was just jolted by the effort from Scott Duro.
Lulia, who got the try for Newcastle. Mullen. It's been little in between here. It's either been one totally dominating or the other. And a penalty goes to Newcastle.
Well, this is a big penalty. About 12 minutes before half-time.
There's your mark.
And the big men on either side are starting to struggle a little bit. Look for Badeiros and Gidley and Mullen this set of 6. There's opportunity in the midfield.
Gama giving it to Badeiros, who puts the tap together, and that's Danny Wicks. Danny Wicks just outside the 30-metre line. Moi having a look around, a look of guilt on his face, but he got away with it. It's okay. Hand on the ball, perhaps. Serraldo just outside the 20-metre line. He plays it back for Badeiros to give it away. And that's Matt Hilda with the ball, the 14. Badeiros now looks for his halfback, finds Duro. Duro goes to Mullen. Gidley's inside. And held down by Riddell. Penalty Newcastle right in front.
They'll keep the pressure on here. 10-8, not a whole lot different to 10-6. Great opportunity. Gidley gets the ball to his captain. Keep the pot boiling.
Badeiros sweeps it across to Duro. And Duro goes back and finds Fayoso. Playing in jumper number 16. Duro at acting half now. And he gets it back for Danny Wicks, who got a real don't argue from Riddell. Moi involved in the tackle. Badeiros for Duro. Duro for Mullen. In and away for Gidley. Lulia. And in to score is Vuna. Newcastle have drawn level. He is going to have a look at it.
Check obstruction in the dead ball line, mate.
He got very close to the dead ball line, but you'd imagine that Cooper Vuna knew exactly what he was doing. He catches on, well, catches on the inside, pass on the outside.
Look, I think the important thing there is he doesn't obstruct Joel Reddy. Oh, hang on a minute.
I think it looks worse than what it is. Only much.
Cooper Vuna.
too worried about fellas. I went close to the line, but I was just improving the position.
Yeah, tell the coach not to worry.
Kurt kicked it from wide last time. He shouldn't have any problems this time. Green light. A couple of early tries against them, but now Kurt Gidley, that's the assignment in front. He hit the last one going left to right and had success.
And again, it's a similar type kick. It looks to start off in a hooking fashion, but it straightens and goes straight between the uprights.
And he runs to the inside shoulder of Joel Reddy. He doesn't restrict or obstruct his decision making. That's a fair try.
And the fleet-footed Cooper Vuna picks up a try, so the flankers, Gumbo, Vuna and Lulia from Newcastle, and of course Hayne for Parramatta. The people that are supposed to score the tries are in fact scoring them. This is Houston. Let's go to the sideline, Andrew.
Yeah, and half-time coming up. I think Michael Hagan might have a few headaches, whether to move Eric Groth from the right wing to the left or swap Joel Reddy over with Jared Hayne. Yeah, the Knights are obviously attacking down there. 2 tries and obviously opportunities in the second half.
Dearest scooped it up, 1 step past. Knew Matt Hilder would be with him. Hilder, of course, a utility player bought by Newcastle from the Titans, as Giro sends it down towards Tortai. And Giro went in awkwardly and comes out of it second best. Now he takes the ball off him. No, he's ruled that he lost it.
He's a big crook, Giro, after that hit as well. He's signalled the sideline. They forced the mistake. Experienced Tortai coming up with a mistake there.
They're walking forward into our markers, which says Vigeris engaged him real quick.
We'll have a look here to see whether he had any help in losing it.
Well, he's put an elbow into it, but gee, if the player in possession can't protect the security of the football in that situation, then...
Well, if Scott Giro played that deliberately, I don't think so. I just think, as you say, it's poor ball security from the man carrying the football. He didn't lose it by himself, but it's a penalty.
Well, see, there's got to be some responsibility put back on the ball carriers, surely. He may have given it a nudge with his elbow, and I don't think that's even an argument, but surely the other bloke that's carrying the football should have some ball security on him. Anyway, you've heard that before. I think they have bitten off something that they'd rather not have taken on there. Here is Moi Moi with Newcastle finding the lead at 12-10 now, after 33.5 minutes of this game in round 3. Mateo twisted, belted down eventually by Newcastle. Fayosa was in the tackle, so was Danny Wicks. They were a little bit slow to get up, and Parramatta were looking for an opportunity with Hauraki 35 metres out from the Newcastle line. Spun away there by Keating and floated by Finch and found by Tortai, who knows the sideline is a danger and succumbs to the dirt. Then it comes away for Hayne to go to Smith. Smith goes behind Moi Moi, out to Burt, wide for Reddy, in and away. Can he pass? Yes, he can. Oh, Groth's got it over. Groth has got it down. There's been a few minuses for Eric tonight, but this looks like a major plus.
Well, it's in the breeding, isn't it? He is awesome close to the line and well orchestrated there from Parramatta. Cooper Vuna did race up to help the situation, but after that everybody did very well, including Kurt Gidley. Did his very best. They made a bust down the left-hand side. The cut-out pass, beautiful swerve from Joel Reddy. He's in good try-scoring form himself. Groth did well to catch it. One-on-one, Kurt Gidley did a valiant effort, but Gidley was able to get the football over. It will look very good from front on as well.
Pete, great set of 6. Joel Reddy, great composure, Reddy. Just defend onto Mullen. He gets the ball away to Groth, but a great set of 6. They hit him on the left-hand side of the Knights. They didn't try to set up again and go back towards the middle. They hit a sideline, and they threw it right to the other touch line and stripped the Knights short.
22 metres out. I think he might have given it a bit too much. Yes, he's hooked it around. This Gidley starts again, a very high kickoff, shallow as far as distance down the ground is concerned, and here's the skipping Mr. Jared Hayne.
Trying to labour the point, Ray, but that adds extra importance to the decision against Scott Duro stripping the football at the other end only 2 minutes previous.
This is how Rocky. Number 14 is Matthew Keating, one of a couple of brothers here at Parramatta.
He's a good player too. PJ Marsh is gone, and this young Parramatta junior has got an opportunity. He looks a good player from
Mateo's gone straight through. Support on left and right. Gets the ball away for Brett Finch. He'll make it. He's going in, and he touches down. Right under the black dot. Brett Finch scores. Peter was talking about Matthew Keating. He gave it to Mateo at the right time, and the big lock forward made the bust.
A couple of heavy blows landed, one after the other. Growth out wide. From the next set of 6, Mateo. I think he's just gone through one-on-one here. Big and strong. What an athletic build. Perfect build for a rugby league player. Gets through Jared Mullen. He was looking for Wicks on the inside to help. He summed it up perfectly here, Mateo. Had support on the outside, but he went to Finch back on the inside, threw the pass at exactly the right time, and Brett Finch. He's an enthusiastic player, Finch. You know he's going to be there.
So Luke Burt adds the extras. Parramatta again wheeling and dealing.
Brett Finch, Faludi Mateo to Brett Finch under the post. Maybe that might happen for New South Wales this year.
Brett Finch. Also a player that could have well been domiciled in Newcastle, along with Luke Burt, for a big period of their careers, and a little knock on there.
My first viewing, that looked like more of a strip than the one previous.
Well, they're going to have a look, Pete.
Yeah, this isn't working, this. Say there are 6 stoppages for this in a game, Ray, and there are 2 penalties awarded. Doesn't that mean that the other 4 are complete wastes of time?
Yeah, I take your point fully, but what worries me is we go into these periods of recess, and what is designed to be a fast and furious game has got all these punctuation marks. Why reduce the interchange to 10, which was about speeding up the game, if we're going to have all these stoppages and these outside inquiries?
Well, that can't be penalised. That was Matt Hilda just making the tackle. But again, all the crowd have sat back frustrated in that last minute, bored because they're not watching anything.
I'm happy just to let the referee make a call. If he gets it wrong, it's no different than an LBW. And they get plenty of them wrong, but nobody goes crook about it. Here's Gidley. The Knights down by 8, coming up to half-time in 30 seconds from now. Looks like Hilda under there. He played it. A dummy to Fayoso. Then Giro. Now Mullen. 7 metres away from the line. Not even that, as a matter of fact. Badiris floats it away for Vuna. He's got it down. Has his leg touched the sideline?
This will be the 4th, mate, just checking grounding.
Yeah, the referee said this will be the 4th, but it will also be an unbelievable effort if Vuna has got around Eric Grove to score here. He had no room to work. Tries to get the football down, he's lost it.
Okay, well, the body was okay.
He'd done all the hard work, hadn't he?
Yes, he had.
If there's no separation, that can be okay, but I look at that, and my rugby league knowledge over a lot of years says it's no try.
And no try it is. So the siren for half-time will sound before we have a recommencement. And at the break, Parramatta leading by this margin of 20-12. Jared Hayne tries at the 6th and 9th minutes. Eric Growth at 35, Brett Finch at 37, and the Knights, Lulia and Vuna, tries at the 12th and 30th minutes respectively.
As Luke Burt gets us underway.
Off and running with Danny Wicks, getting it back to his own 10-metre line. Pulled down by Moi and Wagon. Moi was not in the run onside. They made a late decision to leave him. It mightn't have been late, but they left him on the bench and brought him in midway through the first half. This is Fayoso. Running off a short pass from Badeiras, and a penalty goes to Newcastle.
Too early, mate. You're way too early.
It's against the Markets for going too soon.
The Knights need this, Raps. Only 42% of possession in the first half. They've got to get some back-to-back sets of 6. If nothing comes at the end of this set, Giro and Mullen got to think about putting that ball in the in goal.
Good kick, that one.
Badeiras dummies to the open side before going back to Serraldo. Back on the short side. Newcastle still with 3 players based over there. As it goes out to Giro, and then he goes wide to Mullen. Then the inside ball for Fayoso. And Moy and Wagon go in together with Hindmarsh to put him away. 15 metres away from the Parramatta line. This is Giro again, and it's gone out to Danny Wicks. Able to get it away. Gidley, and it's gone behind McManus.
It's a rare error from Kurt Gidley after Danny Wicks had done so well to offload and create something on the outside. And unfortunately, the pass went behind James McManus.
Parramatta with Nathan Hindmarsh just inside the 30-metre line. And now Moy thinking about an offload, but Matt Hilda comes in to shut down any chance of that. Fayoso in the tackle as well. Now Mateo burst into the open coming up to half-time for the pinch try. Keating as the dummy half. Burt getting a kick away. And Gidley has to backpedal a little bit, brings it outside the 20, running over towards Vuna over on the left side for Newcastle, second half. On their own 30-metre line then, the blue and red. Vuna. Mullen found himself at acting half. And that is Vuna again, just outside the 40-metre line, tackled by Mateo and Keating. And this is McManus, the winger. So both wingers getting involved, getting Newcastle 10 metres into Parramatta's territory. Badeiras and Gidley, they combine. And Gidley will play the ball 40 metres away from the line on the 5th tackle. Giro goes to the air and getting across underneath it, Luke Burt. And Burt's lost it. There's a chance here. No, Parramatta have cleaned it up and taken it dead with Jared Hayes.
Oh, what a kick. Scott Giro. The big torpedo. Luke Burt, in trying to position himself under that, that's how difficult it was. He ended up being 2 or 3 metres away from where the ball was actually landing. That's how much this ball is swirling around. There it is, got to make a late decision. Jared Mullen arrives. Fortunately for Parramatta, Jared Hayne was the right man in the right place at the right time.
Got to say too, Pete, I think Parramatta have come out of the sheds at half-time looking very lethargic. Not the same zip in that defence line.
Fayoso running very flat onto the pass of Gidley. Just outside the 20-metre line, Badeiras to Mullen. Mullen on for Hilda. Hilda is 15 metres out from the Parramatta line. So Badeiras then comes back to Danny Wicks. Wicks forced to play the ball 8 metres out from the line. Badeiras across, inside ball, Giro. Gidley's lurking again. Mullen tackled with the ball. 8 metres from the line. Badeiras for Giro. Giro short for Fayoso. 2 metres out on 5. Gidley has come to the right. The pass went out in front of Giro. Gidley knocked backwards. Hilda's got the ball. Passed off the ground. Then Serraldo puts a kick on it. And in Australian rules, it would have been a goal, but it's gone over the dead ball line.
Why don't they get a point? It's a field goal.
Nice set play.
20-13. Fortunately, he knew it was the last tackle. Serraldo puts it up. Decent effort. I would give him a point.
Parramatta again allowed to come out of their red zone on the back of a penalty.
There's Mark.
Newcastle have done that a few times in this game. Parramatta 6-5 in the penalty count now, as Tim Smith makes a good fist of finding the line down on the Newcastle 40-metre line. Keating dummies outside, goes back to the short and picks up Nathan Hindmarsh. Keating again to Hauraki, just inside the 30-metre line. Newcastle's side of play. Smith, Moymoy was totally unaware he was going to get the ball. Danny Wicks is with it for Newcastle. Medeiros for Gidley. Gidley met by Mateo and Keating. Medeiros one more time. This time to Hilda. Hilda across it goes to Serraldo. He plays it on the halfway in centre ground. Fayoso knocks it on. Hauraki comes up with it. Tortai. Strong run. Big effort. Tackled by Serraldo. Keating short off the ground for Hindmarsh. Just outside 30. Keating gets a call to the outside from Mateo. Mateo sidesteps with his hips almost.
What a handful he is.
Keating! 12 away from the line now. Hayne is on the short side. They're coming towards him. Dummy by Hauraki. Takes the tackle short of the line. Tackled again by Serraldo. Tortai, Tim Smith knocks on.
Change over, Richard.
Both sides Rabs they're really struggling to get to their last tackle options. If you can get to that last tackle, you build pressure, but a lot of mistakes. Both sides a little bit unsettled after half time.
Gidley. 20 points to 12 in favour of Parramatta. 8 minutes of the second half gone. Played by McManus. Hilda getting it back for, I think it's Taya. Yes, it is. Now Medeiros back for Wicks. Jolting tackle by Hindmarsh. Set the head back on the shoulders. Mullen to the halfway. The deft left foot kick down towards the sideline. And finding it just before Vuna arrived.
The strength of the Newcastle Knights, their kicking game with these two young halves. Very astute with their kicking game. 22 kicks last week. They kicked 9 times each. So they do share it around. Medeiros and Gidley chipped in for a couple as well. But the 6 and the 7, they don't mind taking on the responsibility. But they also don't mind sharing when the teammate is in a better position to do so.
Todd Lowry has gone out there now for Parramatta. And Riddell is waiting to come back into the game as well.
First time tonight for Lowry. He hasn't been on to this stage.
The Eels with growth. 12 metres out from his own line. Lowry just inside the 20-metre line. Jared Hayne is with the ball. Fayoso and Medeiros combining to stop Jared Hayne. Keating goes to the short side for Riddell. There's a running forward now with Keating on the field. And Michael Hagan made no secret of the fact that he was looking for Riddell to give him more and more game time this year. And Riddell has stepped up to the plate.
Big opportunity for Danny Medeiros and Jared Mullen. When you're in the halves, you're always looking for those guys that are targets in defence. And at the moment, they've got 2 big ones, Mark Riddell and Fui Fui. Fui Fui's played a lot of minutes, and he's starting to get a little bit tight in the middle of the ruck. They've got to target him.
Here's Gidley running at Keating and Lowry. Nothing tired about either of them. Here's Medeiros with a sneak out of dummy half and getting it to the halfway line. Penalty Newcastle.
I warned you, Tim. Target the scrum. You've got to go 10.
That might have been an occasion where Danny Medeiros would have been better served to actually pass. There's a bit of an opportunity on the outside. Let's have a look as he comes back this way. Tim Smith, the man penalised for being offside again. If he passes on the outside there, Cooper Vuna's got a lot of space before he's coming to Eric Grove. Or Tautai, I'm sorry, on this side.
So they're on the 20-metre line. And Zeb Taya takes it to 15 metres out. 21 metres in from the western side. Duro for Mullen. Inside Fayoso. Picked up and driven into the ground under Hindmarsh. And I do believe Lowry 10 out from the line. To the centre for Duro. Second man. Back for Gidley deep. And then it goes away. Nagama's had the ball raked away one-on-one with Tortai, the aggressor on that occasion. Penalty Parramatta one more time.
And a big
Newcastle
penalty.
letting them out.
And a big penalty. There's a back chat. Talking about momentum swings. There's one. Big set of 6 coming up.
Those last couple of penalties have killed Newcastle. They put a lot of attack against the opposition and then just let them out easily as Moi takes it forward. 3 defenders. 22 out, still 5 up their sleeve.
Keating to a running Hauraki. 9 out from the line, centre ground. Keating short side. Smith floats it in for Riddell. Riddell to play the ball 2 metres from the line. Keating again. Depth in the pass. Width in that pass. Short from Finch. And Lowry has his legs snapped from under him. In a tackle from Fayoso. Finch inside for Kalis. 9 metres out from the line. Fayoso again. Keating. Keating rolls it in. It'll be too deep.
Yeah, the last 2 kicks from Keating, not great. Kicked out of dummy half the previous set and found the fullback on the full. And that time you've really got to find the in-goal if you're going to take it on yourself to get out of dummy half on the last. They go wide from the restart with Corey Patterson. Little football tonight for Patterson. Imagine he'll be there for the rest of the contest.
Lulia got one of the Newcastle tries. Part of the Dragons Brigade that has joined Newcastle this year. And that's Jesse Royal on the 10-metre line. Badeiros always looking, always probing, always asking questions, and always running and having the ball knocked out. It's with Gidley.
Oh no, that's deliberately knocked out from Jared Hayne. Newcastle players cannot believe it. I'm sure that Jared Hayne has played at this football deliberately. What a run from Badeiros.
I didn't see it that way.
Cameron Smith, Robbie Farah, Danny Badeiros, struck match. Gets through them. Determination, strength, and watch Jared Hayne come from behind, hits the football out. How come that's not play on?
To get it right, why can't the video referee tip to his centre man?
I'm with you. It is a huge call and an awful one against Newcastle.
That's unbelievable. When you weigh the 2 up against one another, that is tragic from a Newcastle point of view. Play by Reddy.
Bit of justice.
He's lost the ball, so yeah, a bit of karma.
A bit of karma, Ray.
Won't be every occasion, but
I make the call then. I can't change it. You know that.
There's a tendency for Newcastle when they're on the attack to push the ball sideways. Just finishing it. You can see it here from Joel Reddy. Oh, a little foot on the ball. So that is karma, Ray.
Tony Archer just apologised to Danny Badeiros saying, yes, I know what you're saying, but I can't change the call, or couldn't change the call.
Why?
Because the rule doesn't allow him to. It can only change it if it's to be penalty against the strip. Hey, don't shake your head at me, I'm with you.
Change the rule. I almost said change the bloody rule.
Well, if they can play direct this set of 6 for Newcastle Knights, it'll bring points. The Parramatta big men are starting to struggle. Oh, there we go.
Oh no, now Jared Mullen has returned serve for Joel Reddy. Tomorrow night you'll see Grant Hackett live in the 1500, and you'll see Libby Trickett and Kate Campbell do battle in the 50 free on the final night of swimming, and then the naming of the team that will go to Beijing. That's live on 9 tomorrow night. So on the 20-metre line, Parramatta winning the scrum. And this is Growth. I'm going to get some freedom. He does that eventually. Kalis loses the ball. Well, it's popping out. It's Corey Patterson on there for Newcastle.
No advantage.
They'll get the feed, Newcastle. Patterson was showing last year that he's got huge potential. product of West Australian football. Here's Kalis, out she comes. And Patterson rakes it in, but he gained no advantage.
Don't look for the ball until it's in. Ball in.
So Giro feeding on the Parramatta 30-metre line. Hilda picked it up at lock forward, gave it to Gidley. Gidley tried to push away from Smith and was tackled by Tortai and Hindmarsh. Now Nagama, and he flicks it off the ground away to Taya. And Taya being taken back down the ground by a three-man Parramatta shunting machine. Badeiros for Royal. Royal back for Badeiros. Danny's through a gap, tries to step through the traffic. 10 metres out from the line. Oh, Hilda's pass looked forward. Gidley has gone down under the tackle. Badeiros for Giro. Giro across and then decides to take them on. 5 gone for Newcastle. Badeiros, Mullen puts in a little kick. Nagama's in the jump. Parramatta make a meal of it. And this could be a try for Nagama.
Want to check onside, but also the challenge there.
Yes, as you can hear from the referee, they want to check onside. That appeared to be okay. All the chasers look to be behind Jared Mullen. Deliberate little kick there, and they're also going to look at the challenge to see whether Tortai gets a reasonable catch on this football. Okay, let's have a look. The number 2's in good position. The chasers come through. Tortai climbs high, drops it off the head into the arms of Nagama. We'll have a conversion attempt coming up in just a moment.
Nice kick by Mullen. Nice end of the set of 6 at last. A team completes a set, gets to their kick, and it brings points.
An easy decision here for the video referee, and going to be much tighter again in a moment.
Gidley from 20 out, strikes it perfectly. Restart from Parramatta is deep. And Tolar brings it back for Newcastle. This is Patterson. Play just inside the Newcastle 20-metre line. Hindmarsh was the main tackler. And Serraldo has put it down. Parramatta try to strike back. It was Royal who put it down, not Serraldo. Now, did Riddell knock on? No, it's a penalty to Parramatta. Markers are not direct.
Certainly a punctuation mark there from Mark Riddell. Got his back to us. Couldn't really see whether he'd lost the football at all, but it's a tap. Kalis takes the 10 out. After clawing their way back, important Newcastle come up with some strong defence this next set.
Looking out to the right is Riddell as he turned the ball in for Hauraki. Jared Hayne is back on the left of the ground where they're coming. Tim Smith, Nathan Hindmarsh, and Hindmarsh is held upright and plays the ball 10 from the line. Scooped up by Hayne. Hayne looking for number 3. Dancing and being tackled a metre from the line. Riddell.
Ball held.
So the penalty goes to Newcastle.
Jared Hayne has been penalised for back chatting as well, for asking what else could he do. And Mark Riddell's still down.
You right, Mark?
Well, that picture shows, and you would think proves conclusively, that that was well after Tony Archer called held. And Mark, I thought he might have been getting jostled around by the defence, but he was still making an endeavour after held to get the ball down.
And with the referee's credit there, it was a very loud call, very close to Mark Riddell. We've seen tougher calls against people, and Riddell has picked up an injury in that as well, which doesn't help.
That man who played the ball, Jesse Royal, would have been quite relieved to see no try come from that passage of play. He was the man that coughed it up. Hilda back for Taya, 2 fins with his right arm, then an offload to Mullen, a wrestle with Finch and he's tackled 40 metres out from the Parramatta line. Mullen plays it to Badiris, and Badiris has been great in the second half. As they start to get tired, he's wreaking havoc up the middle. Gidley gets it away. Patterson's on his way. Patterson away. Lulia scores. Lulia gets his second try of the night. Patterson burst into the open.
Well, there were a couple of bursts before that as well. Gidley, I've just mentioned the tactic of him coming up, burst off the ruck. Well, on this occasion, he was able to pass. He didn't get belted. Then he found Patterson on his outside, who in turn found Lulia. Got a double tonight now. Gidley, bang, beautiful ball. Well taken, Patterson, too, on the burst. Summed it up perfectly, and the lead gets across his side in front. This Gidley strikes it nicely. That's a decision from behind.
Just wide.
Nice work by Kirk Gidley. Beautiful. The ability to play direct and fast, drive deep within the markers and put pressure on. They had a little 4-on-3. And you watch when he goes to the line, he pumps as if he's going to pass long, and he just holds it up for Corey Patterson. Nice sleight of hand. Sterlo's right. Great hands from Patterson. A real talent. The Knights are back.
Just upwards of 15,000 people here tonight, with Tolar tackle for Newcastle. And the Knights leading by 2 in a game where leadership has fluctuated often. Gidley to the 30-metre line, his own end. Here's Badiris, no markers, they're all offside. Running free, Mullen came in, and Mullen is tackled by Reddy. Now they're down to the 40-metre line, Parramatta's end. Gidley, quick hands for Mullen. Mullen shows it, puts a fend out, but is pulled down eventually by Lowry. 30 metres out from the Parramatta line. They're really rolling down the hill. Newcastle forward pass. Allowed to go again from Badiris, that time to Patterson. Badiris this time to Duro. Duro goes wide, looking for Nagama. He bats it back down. Newcastle on the attack, a knock on. Was it a knock on by Nagama? He thrusts the ball back. Now Gidley, surely he's knocked on.
Well, off you, mate. Knock forward on the changeover. Back we go here.
I'll keep up with that.
How do you keep up with that? How many knock-ons were there?
You saw in the previous set of 6, Badiris, Mullen and Gidley, when they set the attacking tempo for the Knights, they look good. They play fast. Badiris has been absolutely outstanding. He's got them back in the match.
Tortai plays the ball. Hindmarsh runs it. A game that no doubt he would love to win, with his father passing on Wednesday. Funeral at Robertson early next week. Now Burt to the halfway line. 22-20. The Novocastrians in front. Finch, his kick, down towards the sideline and hitting the corner post, which is part of the dead ball, so it's coming out to the 20 for the restart. No, it must have crossed the line.
I think it just kissed the touchline, right?
Okay, little love tap on the sideline. Mark Riddell, an injury update. Tim?
Yeah, partial tear to the pec muscle, Rabs. He won't be back tonight. He'll be sent for scans tomorrow.
Partial tear of the pec.
Do the tech tour and then sideline talk, I'd say, Ray. Here's the front-on view of the ball.
This is the kiss. Yeah, there's the kiss. So Vuna. I didn't realise he was so robust, Vuna. I thought he was quite soft, but he's not. He's very chunky and very strong. Taya plays the ball. Nagama with a run. That knee strapped. He was in doubt, as Peter said. Now Jesse Royal. 35 away from the Newcastle line. They lead by 2. Plenty of time in the game to come from behind. And the ball to ground. We'll see a scrum.
Tolar just letting that one pop. It's been good for the Knights the last couple of weeks. He knows how disappointing that is. Put his side back under pressure again. Had to get to the kick on that occasion. Failed to do so. He's worked really hard. It was tremendous last week. Striving to pick up extra metres there. In fact, looking to get the ball to offload.
Just see if Parramatta can build something here. They've been scrappy. They've been poor the first 27 minutes after half-time. See if they can build towards a little trick shot or something.
Tortai, he bumped away from a couple of them and then was flung down by Jesse Royal. Here is Hayne, a fend, and then a lunge for the ground for a quick play of the ball. Keating got it away. Finch turns it in. How Rocky is with the ball. 25 away from the Newcastle try line. Keating again, trying to get a penalty for Royal not being direct, and he does.
Yeah, they've got the marker, mate.
Quick thinking by the Parramatta junior.
I think you take the points here. Luke Burt says yes. And that's your presentation, 20 metres out directly in front to even up the scores.
20 out right in front for one of the game's best kickers, Luke Burt. 2 points there for Parramatta. Scoreline is deadlocked.
T 10 minutes from full time here. Who knows?
And the ball taken ahead there by Cordoba, who's back on the park.
And the interchange, a big factor. 10 minutes to go. The Eels have used all their interchanges. The Knights 1 to go.
Now Keating with a little sneaky run out of dummy half. Valuable metres.
Well, that's the way to play this time of the game. Big men are looking tight. Play direct around the centre of the ruck.
Finch got it across the ruck to Mateo. Wagon knocks on.
Double knockouts. First off you and then off him.
So it's going to be a Newcastle feed.
New adventure from both teams. A lot of offloads tonight. Maybe not in the best positions to do so. Excellent run here from Keating. Saw that the defence wasn't set. Handled by Royal in the end, and Mateo offloads. Daniel Wagon unable to claim the football. The Parramatta players were saying the ball was actually knocked out. The way the referee saw it as Gidley. Centre field.
Giro. Hilda. Just into Parramatta's territory. 22 plays 22. In the back end of this game with about 9 to go. And played by Fayoso. Ball bouncing in no man's land, and Danny Wicks shortened up in a good tackle from Kalis and Wagon. Giro to the 30-metre line. Taya's lost the ball, but he's got it back. It's been knocked on into the opponent, and that's a knock-on.
Yeah, given the time of the game, Scotty Giro will learn from that. Just went for too big a play, went for the big pass. Then better just to control that set of 6, put it in the end goal, or even grab a point with 9 minutes to go.
It's a happy birthday, isn't it?
Yeah, I was just going to say, and just look at that. That's a knock-on. When the ball strikes an opponent before it hits the ground. So Tony Archer getting it 100%. Tortai played that ball. Finch on the halfway. Wagon. Through a little gap and takes it to 35 metres from the Newcastle line. With 8 minutes remaining in the game, Kalis. Keating looks for Mateo. Mateo's with the ball. And Wicks is there together with Hilda. But Newcastle now under extreme pressure. Finch floats it away to Growth. And Growth is piled down into the ground. 7 away. This is the last. Finch, they're going deep. On the bounce, knocked on by Tim Smith.
And leading the way in defence again, Danny Vidiris. Pass wasn't great, but the number 9 rallying his troops. Bit of dissension here, throwing the football away.
Thank you, boys.
Waiting for the tap to be taken by Vidiris. Fayoso to forward, chosen to take it ahead to the Parramatta 40-metre line. Vidiris has got Gidley on the short side, goes open side to Hilda. And Matt Hilda to play it now. Just outside the 30-metre point, tackled by Hindmarsh. Danny Wicks has lost the ball. It was an awful ball to give to the big front rower. Play goes on though. And it's with the centre, Lulia.
Medeiros is saying work to the middle. He wants the point.
So it's with Mullen. Now back for Danny Wicks. 15 out from the line.
Mullen.
Medeiros to Mullen. He hits it. Archer looks at it. Archer, he's going to point to the sky. He's given the drop goal to Newcastle.
Came in off the upright, I think you'll find. They had a luxury there with Duro on one side, kicked the match winner last week. Jared Mullen, he's won games for Newcastle before with Andrew Johns in the side with the drop goal. Hits the left hand upright and skims through.
Here's Vona. Oh, Vona. Taken by Reddy and Wagon. And Patterson's knocked on. Well, that surely is a knock on. I thought Wicks knocked on earlier, leading to the drop goal.
See the pain on Brian Smith. That one hurts. Big opportunity for Parramatta now. Can they muster the composure to grab a point? All four.
Doing a tough up there, Brian. 18 metres out. Parramatta recalled Andrew sideline.
A big set here for not only Parramatta but Tim Smith. If they don't score a try, they must get a repeater set.
It's with the number 7. Now it's with Burt. And Burt is tackled 17 metres away from the Newcastle line. Tim Smith. Then it's Jared Hayne. Easy prey there for Fayoso. Keating. Away through Cordoba to Finch and Finch to Wagon. Wagon struggled away from a would-be tackle. 3 metres from the line. Keating again. Back to Finch. Finch goes back to Tim Smith. Floats it back for Burt. It was telegraphed though. And Burt to play it. 12 metres out right in front. Finch was going to go for the drop goal. Takes it to ground.
If they're going to take one now, Luke Burt would be the man with Finch tangled up to play the ball.
And they go to him. It came off Newcastle. Back to Burt. 6 more tackles, Parramatta. Keating. Kalis. Away. Good pass. Cordoba. 2 metres out. Keating again. Then to Finch. Finch taken away. Low by Patterson. High by Serraldo. It's come over now to Mateo. Data goes to Smith. Away to Cordoba. Houston it is making the tackle. Keating to Finch. Back across the back of the ruck. Oh, Kalis! Kalis has had a shot! Kalis has got it! Nathan Kalis, 30 years of age today, takes a shot and gets it!
Oh, and strides back like he's done it every day of the week.
He prances back.
The chest out. What about that? Change your calendar.
Well, that's the end of the front rowers club for Kalis. But he struck it like he knew what he was doing.
He knew exactly what he was doing, Ray. He's the skipper of the side. Took on the responsibility. All over the place, had a couple of sets.
So Patterson with this big kick-off. And floating with danger, I might say.
How can Parramatta work out of trouble?
Well, can they work down far enough to have another shot?
Cordoba. Tortai.
It's been good Tortai.
Keating's looking for growth, I fancy. Mateo is with it. Growth has come in close to the play. He must want to run, surely. Here he is. And Big Eric takes it out to the 40-metre line. 4th tackle. Now Kalis, not from here, Nathan. It's 55 away. Now Keating. 5 gone for Parramatta.
Finch wants it.
Ready for Finch. No, he plugs it. Down to the 10-metre. Taken on the feet by Gidley. Gidley taken by Hayne. 23 all with under 2 minutes to go. They lose the ball.
Playoffs raked out by Kalis.
6 more. And Duro runs it out to the 40-metre line. Centre of the ground. Some of Medeiros' passes, gee, I tell you what, they have looked obviously forward.
Well, they're going to get a shot here, the Knights. Just working their way upfield. They're going to have a shot. Who's it going to be? Will it be Mullen or Duro?
Played by Houston. Now Hilda. They're staying down the middle corridor.
Last one, it might be Jesse Royal.
Medeiros. Now Houston. Houston, we have a problem.
They're either side, and one has said to the other, if you're in trouble, pass it back to me.
Here's Mullen. Gets the kick away. Gets the kick away. No goal.
But touched by Parramatta will be a line dropout. Shaved the post after hitting a Parramatta player.
So watch it.
Circumstances of the game, mate. Circumstances of the game dictate that they are walking back.
Well, Arch will be running out of patience with the line dropout taking so long. Marked by Duro. Fayoso takes it ahead.
One more.
18 seconds to go. Medeiros goes long, very wide. Oh, Patterson! He's taken a chip shot. He's taken out a wedge. He needed a 7-iron. It's going to be Golden Point.
Ball tackle,
So Newcastle are into their second Golden Pointer in what, 4 or 5 days?
And of course, in Golden Point, you get 2 extra interchanges. Little factor there. I'll toss a coin, see who kicks off, who receives.
Plays 23 at the end of regular time. There's the wedge.
Not his birthday.
No, he's hit it beautifully.
Corey Patterson got swept away by Kalis-itis. There she goes. In flight. Down to Tim Smith in goal. Hasn't had a happy night with catching the football. Moy is back on. He takes the first tackle 12 away from his own line. Tortine. He's forced back and down by the Newcastle defence. Taylor involved with Fayoso. No knock-ons there. It looked a little bit hesitant. Parramatta struggling to get it outside the 20 on their third play. Now for Keaty. Here's Kalis getting it out to the 30-metre line. 23 plays 23. We're in Golden Point time. Nathan Hindmarsh as his legs cut from under him by Patterson. Now it's Finch who goes for the big kick, but it's gone straight to Gidley. Gidley comes out to the 20, swerves and runs towards his winger McManus, and he plays the ball 28 away from his own line.
And coincidentally, this round last year, round 3, Parramatta beat the West Tigers in Golden Point at this ground 22-20.
Duro getting it off to Fayoso. Play near the halfway. What's he found? He's found a knock-on. Parramatta, they get the chance.
Well, this is one they'll definitely have a look at upstairs, but from Richard Fayoso's reaction, it appears as though the ball has come out, his own volition, no help. No, he's just lost that. Again, poor ball carry, put a couple down. Does tend to carry the football out in front when he catches. What an opportunity here for Parramatta. They can just keep their head and get in a good position.
Parramatta just got to be a bit decisive here. Indecisive all this half down this end of the field. They've got to know what they're looking for. Work to the middle. Who's it going to be? Smith, Finch, Kalis.
Hindmarsh to play it. They're 35 out. When are they going to press the button? Moy's got it to 29.
One more. Luke Bird's calling the plays here.
So it's now for Kalis.
He's the man, the number 1 for Parramatta.
Good surge by Kalis. Burt wants the ball. No, there's a run from dummy half from Keating. Smith gets it away. Mateo gets it to a metre from the line. 5 gone for Parramatta. It goes back. Finch spreads the ball. Then a kick from Burt, knocked on by Lulia. Lulia knocks on for Newcastle.
Oh, where's Chris Houston when you need him? Caught one like that first half. Cooper Leah got 2 tries tonight. Almost traded one to catch that.
Keating the dummy. He saw the markers jump. It was a nice play for Letty Mateo. I thought he was going out for a second. They held him up and they were just too close. It was bad field goal position. And the Knights put pressure on. Unfortunately, a knock on, and they get a chance again, the Eels.
So the scrum, 10 metres away.
Bad time to take a shot now, right?
Exactly right. Here it goes. The shot is on.
He's got it.
And he's got it. Parramatta have won in golden point time. Luke Burt, he forced the scrum with his kick to Lulia. Then he stands up in the back line, gets the pass that would be reserved normally for a traditional 5/8 and bangs it over. 24-23 is the full-time score.
Well, this was a good option. 20 metres between the attack and defence. Luke Burt, he didn't hurry, took his time. Copybook kick there, kept his head down, followed through, one finger up in the air.
Perfect kick by Luke Burt. And surely he's deserving of some good fortune this year after making a tragic exit during 2007.
You know, Ray, round 17 when he got hurt against the Knights, he was the leading point scorer in the competition at that stage. That's the kind of season he was having. So you're exactly right, as we see him on screen there. He deserves some luck because he was flying when he got hurt last year, the knee problem.
4 tries, played 4 tries, and a dejected Newcastle. They had some chances, they got some poor calls, but then again, I guess it was an even spread at the end of the day.